What's up, guys? This is theRealKaaayle here, bringing you another video, and something very different I'm used to normally doing. But I feel like this game is not talked about enough in the fighting game community overall. But I just want to talk about this game because I thought this was something that I never knew that I actually wanted, like a Power Rangers fighting game. Like that's fucking brilliant, and I'm glad that this thing is being in development. Like I've grew up watching different Power Rangers series as a kid. Like I loved the Lightspeed Rescue Power Ranger series. Time Force was another one of my favorites. Dino Thunder. SPD is probably like one of the most slept on Power Ranger series of all time, but I think it's one of the best. SPDs, that was the whole Police Academy one. I think that was the one that I remember the most. That and Lightspeed Rescue. Those are the ones that I remember the most. Ninja Storm that I really love, and Mystic Force, which is like the Harry Potter, Hogwarts, Wizards of Waverly Place Power Rangers. I actually kind of like that. I'm not a big fan of like the whole magic spell casting theme, but you know what? I kind of like Mystic Force. I don't know what Power Rangers is up to now, but I'm just happy that Power Rangers could still exist today, because kids these days, what do kids watch nowadays, man? Like, what do they watch? They don't even watch things anymore, man. They watch Ninja. They watch them play Fortnite. They play Minecraft. You know, they're not really watching cartoon shows like before. So I'm just happy that a Power Rangers is still existing to this day. And you know what? A Power Rangers game, like a fighting game, like come on, man, this is great. So before we get into like my thoughts about like over the game overall, let's go over like a few little details about this game that I don't think a lot of people are focusing on, and it's just really cool to me. So first things first, the whole point of this game is to celebrate 25 years of Power Rangers. So all those series that I just said, that applies to the game. I don't know specifically what the story mode they're gonna do. Is it like based on time travel? Is it based on going back to different Power Rangers, different Rangers from different series meeting up with each other and battling? Whatever the case may be, it should be interesting. So with that being said, I feel like because it's celebrating the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, that means the roster could literally be anything. So you can have so many different Rangers from so many different series of Power Rangers. The developer for this game is Anyway Games. They're not too high key, they're pretty low key, but they made previous mobile games, and I think they made a mobile Power Rangers game, which goes to probably the explanation as to why some people say that they think this game looks like a mobile game. But you know what? We'll also get into that when I talk about the visuals of the game. In addition to the development of the game, Justin Wong is being a consultant to tune the game. If you guys don't know who Justin Wong is a professional fighting game player. I think he's won the most EVO championships out of anybody. He's won several EVOs in Marvel vs. Capcom and Street Fighter. So it's very nice. Like, they have like a professional fighting game player, pretty much the best of the best, helping them work on this game. So they're actually very serious about making this game pretty competitive and, you know, just a great fighting game overall. Next, they're aiming for a spring 2019 launch, so it is fairly soon. Spring is like about 2 months away, and you guys also know what's coming out in 2 months. Yes, Mortal Kombat 11. A bit kind of nervous for them with this one. Spring 2019, it's gonna get buried by Mortal Kombat, but hopefully it comes out in like late March or like beginning of April or something. Not too close to the MK11, but we'll have to see. The game is also running on the Unity engine. There will be a story mode for single player, so there's single player content in the game, and there's going to be ranked and casual modes or online. So ranked, I don't know if there's going to be necessarily a ranking system, but you know, more competitive matches, and there's going to be like casual online matches where people just want to learn and play and get better at the game. And also the game will have DLC, so they don't, obviously there's a pre-order bonus going around for the Green Ranger. It's a nice little skin, I guess, or is it a full character? I'm not 100% sure, but there will be DLC for the game. I believe there is a $40 digital collector's edition. It might come with like a season pass. I am not 100% sure. Also, I think the most interesting thing about this game is that this game will be cross-play, which that's fantastic. So you get to play with anybody. It's on all systems. So pick a system of your choice, play it. You'll be able to play with everybody. And the game is going to be launching at a $20 price point. So it's a lot cheaper than a typical $60 AAA budget game. So it could be more enticing for people to hop into it. So let's move on to like overall what I think about the gameplay and like what I see and how I think this game is going to do. So as for visuals, I actually kind of like the visual design for this game. So I've seen a lot of people on the internet saying like this game looks like Marvel Infinite, this game looks like you know, a mobile game and whatnot. But actually, I'm gonna have to kind of disagree with that because, well, first of all, the game is a low budget. It's more of a low budget fighting game, so you can't expect the game to look something like, you know, Street Fighter or Tekken or Mortal Kombat. It's not gonna look that way. But I kind of do understand what people are saying when they say like the game looks like a mobile game. It's because of its like the bright, vibrant colors. You know, the animations aren't like, you know, extremely buttery smooth. They're still like, it seems like there's missing some frames here and there. They don't animate like, you know, a AAA title. So I can sort of understand that. But also, like, I gotta give them, you kind of have to give them some slack because of the budget. But also keep in mind that this is a Power Rangers, right? Most of the characters have helmets and masks on. So facial animations don't really matter as much, honestly. Like, for a game like Marvel Infinite, like the reason why that game got butchered for its bad graphics and the horrible animations and just the look of the game is because a lot of the characters in that game, they're human beings too. Like, they have facial animations, and the art style just did not flow with it. They went for like a realistic but cartoony art style. I feel like Power Rangers sticking to like one thing, and the vibrant colors, the bright, cool looking stuff. I think it matches the game overall. So all in all, I kind of do actually like the visuals. Now as for gameplay, there's no real info on mechanics right now, so I can't really say like, this is set in stone, but I'm just basing off of like inference and just visual what I see from the trailers. So the developers say they're going for traditional fighting game inputs like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Marvel vs. Capcom, which makes sense because Justin Wong is working on the game. So with his Marvel vs. Capcom experience, he can fine-tune the game to play more like a MVC game. And I think that's great. I think that's great that they're going for that style. Tag fighting games look pretty popular right now. With in Marvel Infinite failing, there's kind of been like that void in a lot of people's heart for like a tag fighting game, but FighterZ is kind of taking that spot for people. But I like the fact that they're kind of entering more competition to that genre. So you're gonna see some quarter circle inputs, some half circle inputs, some assists. Now, the only tag fighting game that I'm only familiar with, to be honest, is Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's a more recent tag fighting game. I'm not a Marvel vs. Capcom fan. I just never got into that series. But it seemed like there's like a pretty like active tag assist in this game, like based on the gameplay. Like when the Yellow Ranger comes in, and like like when the Yellow Ranger comes in, they like stay persistently on the screen while the opponent does, while your player, the active character you have, is doing like a cool combo, and then you call them back out, and then you can switch to them instantly while they're doing the assist. So I think that's pretty good. And overall, I think the gameplay looks pretty good. Like the combos look pretty long, they look pretty extensive. I like the assists, and I'm just really interested like what kind of cool stuff that you can do in this game when just make some cool, like really like nice looking combos. Like I just want to hear more about the mechanics overall, like what makes this different from other fighting games. So yeah, it just looks good to me. But overall, I'm really interested in this game because first of all, I think the crossplay is just genius for this game. Like, it is something that like that is honestly gonna probably put this game into a lot of more players' hands, because it just increases the higher player pool. There's gonna be less time for matchmaking, so instead of just sitting there waiting for a game, for a lobby for like different systems, you can play with literally anybody. And like if your friends are interested in getting this game, you don't have to worry about, you know, oh you guys have to get a PlayStation because I have a Switch, or whatnot. Like just buy whatever system that you want it for. You know, your friend has a Switch, you got a PS4, y'all can still play with each other. So I think that's great. And another thing, the $20 price point is pretty smart too. I really think if this game was priced at $60, this game would die. This game would be dead on arrival, honestly. Like no one will want to buy this game, especially since that they're launching this game so close to Mortal Kombat 11. Like this game is gonna get buried. But you know, making it crossplay so that anybody can get the game and play with each other, but also making it relatively cheap for people who just want to try the game out, I think that's brilliant. I think those are the two things that are really like edging this game on right now. But overall, I still have like a few things that I want to like talk about with this game. Is like I want to hear more about the roster, like different Power Rangers, like how deep far back in the Power Rangers lore are we gonna go? Are we gonna have like some different villains? Are we gonna have like some supporting characters that help the Power Rangers to play as? Are we just playing as the Rangers? Which is fine because the Rangers are the most interesting characters. But I want to hear more about the different mechanics other than just, you know, the assists. Like, is there gonna be a meter system? How do special moves work? How's the combo system gonna work? All that good stuff. And honestly, I just want to try the game out. So I'm really hoping that this game does end up having a beta sometime so that we can all try out the game and play it, because it does look very interesting and appealing. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the Power Rangers game, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Is this something that you will be picking up? Is this something that you definitely want to try out? Do you even like the Power Rangers, or is this game just gonna flop? Do you think this game is just gonna be a fat fucking L?